Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about this week's gambling-only content, as well as what else is coming this week in the last week of Season 6 here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. I am aware that I have not uploaded a video at all yesterday or to this point today. I apologize. I was on vacation, so I apologize for taking a couple of days off. We're back now, ready to rock and roll, and obviously going to be grinding out a ton of content this weekend, as always. So, on an overall, Tim Duncan, in addition to it, looks like Dark Matter, DeMar, Oscar Robertson, Paul George, Tim Thomas, and then Ralph Sampson, who's 7'4", and then Joe Johnson as well. So that's an interesting drop. The Opals and Pink Diamonds are, as always, I mean, Dwight's going to be fine as a power forward, but not special. Donovan Mitchell will be fun, but not elite. He's too small. Amin Thompson will be a good 6'7" point guard. That card will be solid. Bilal Coulibaly will be a good budget card. Jeremy Sohan, I think, will play point guard as well, so he'll be a good budget point guard. And then Simbalar, if he can shoot, he'll be good, but I doubt he'll be able to shoot realistically. He'll probably be like 25 speed, 25 3 ball. So regardless, this drop as a whole is just yet another one of the gambling-only drops, the way that they have been for several weeks now. I mean, it's really a couple months at this point. So expecting anything different out of these Friday drops for the rest of the year at this point, I think, is foolish. And I wouldn't even really recommend wasting your time even considering the possibility of anything like that. So, and that's okay. I mean, like, that's not okay. I'm not a fan of it, obviously, but if you can accept that, there is still going to be good in this game. Now, the thing that is going to be honestly true at the end is just there's just not that much, I think, for most people, motivation to play at this point, because here's the honest truth. Look, I'm a huge Mavs fan. I would love to get 100 overall Luka Doncic, 100 overall Dirk Nowitzki, be able to buy or earn lots and lots of other reward cards. But like, there is a lot of reward cards to grind. I just can't go get the cards that I want, and I can't grind for them. And not only that, I can't go buy them. It's frustrating. If I wanted to get Dark Matter Paul George, that's a name that a lot of people want. If I wanted to get Dark Matter Tim Thomas, that's a huge name. People are going to want that. 6'10" small forward. He was incredible last year. But the only way that I can get those cards is by gambling. And yes, I will lock in the set with MT, as I always do. But I'm not going to go out here and spend a bunch of money on this game and spend my money on gambling. And at the end of the day, it's really unfortunate, because if I open this up and I get Oscar Robertson or Joe Johnson, it's like, realistically, I got a card that isn't helping my team all that much. There's a good chance of that. Even DeMar DeRozan probably be the same boat there. So, I mean, again, this is a week where it's like 3 of the 6 cards are elite, 3 of the 6 cards are not quite as good, probably. And then Tim Duncan, you're not going to get him. I'm sure he'll be a phenomenal, but I mean, I'm basically pretending he doesn't exist. And also, there's a bunch of other 100 overall bigs, so it's not like he's anything particularly special. This drop as a whole isn't game-changing in any way. It's just a bunch of good cards that are going to be pretty realistically unattainable unless you're spending your money on this game, which is something that I'm just, at this point, not willing to do. Now, this NBA playoffs round recap content, I will say I have not made barely any videos on these cards. All I've made a gameplay on is Evan Mobley. I did a couple of the bold content this week, which we'll get to the bold here in a second as well. I do plan to next week mix in some of these gameplays. Let me know in the comment section down below specifically what cards y'all want to see. But like, I was thinking I'd do the Dark Matters and then maybe Jalen Brunson, Derek White. Honestly, I might just do all the Dark Matters, the Opals, and Jaden McDaniels potentially, or something like that over the next week or so, because we're not going to be getting a lot of content next week, obviously, because it's the last week of the season. So since I haven't done videos on a bunch of these cards, I know they won't probably get quite as many views, but I'm sure a lot of y'all would like to hear my thoughts on these cards still. So I'll probably do gameplays on a bunch of those cards this weekend and next week. And these cards are obviously all free and not particularly hard to get, so if you want to complete this, it's not a super hard grind. Same thing with Bold Fight, honestly. Dark Matter Russ, Opal Bam, Opal Dominique. Are very, very good cards themselves as well. I did gameplays on Bam and Russ. Y'all can go check those out. I will probably do a video on Dominique next week as well to talk about him. But all this stuff is free content that you can go grind right now. Now, to be fair, and at the end of the day, this is the problem with the free content. The free content gives us 3 free point guards: Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton, and Russell Westbrook, and then a free shooting guard small forward in addition to a few other good cards. Aaron Gordon's fine. Jaden McDaniels, Evan Mobley are decent. I mean, Derek White and Jalen Brunson aren't elite, but they're good for fun free point guards. And then obviously Bam and Dominique aren't point guards, but they're not like unbelievably great cards, not in a ridiculous amount of size. And then you drop it, look at the not free content, and it's a bunch of top tier cards in every area. And it's just the free content limits your elite level options significantly more. And I think at the end of the day, that's the problem that I have with it, is that it's just not on the same level for the most part. And that's true with this bold set this week. And honestly, it's true with this playoff content as well. As solid as this playoff content is, and as good as it is to have this, and hopefully we get another set of round 2 like this. And there's been a lot of good free content, lots of agenda groups, lots of free pink diamond and up packs. But the thing is, those unsellable pink diamond and up packs, like 80% of the time, are going to be pink diamonds. All the playoff deluxe packs and everything that you can earn, and even the weekly deluxe pack. Like obviously, you can go earn a cerebral deluxe pack this week, and they're obviously hyping that up as the reward that you can earn from completing this agenda group. It's the thing they're hyping up, but realistically, you're in all likelihood going to pull a pink diamond, and like very, very, very low likelihood of pulling a dark matter. So, Triple Threat Online Co-op is getting Dark Matter D'Angelo Russell this week. That card will be fun to use. He won't be the best point guard in the game, but at 6'5", especially since I'm sure he'll be pretty souped, he'll be very, very good, 100%. So co-op, for those of y'all out there who play this mode, I do think this dealer card will be really fun, and I think he'll be a super solid option. So problem is, it's yet another free point guard, and it's like, do we really need a millionth free point guard? And the honest answer is no. So another point guard reward is just like, I'm sorry, can we get a shooting guard? Can we get a small forward? Can we get a power forward? We got Chris Middleton, but come on, man. And that's all there is. That's the unfortunate truth. That is all there is this week. Season 7 is incoming with more rewards and player cards to collect. Oh, I'm sure it is. You can earn a promo pack in Unlimited this weekend if you want to get your championship ring. The courtside report will be coming out next Wednesday, including announcements of our new rewards. And then Thursday will give us more in-depth details for my team in the playbook. And then next Friday, obviously, Season 7 will begin. So I will say, I mean, there's only 9 seasons, and the last season generally is kind of a joke season. So we have, like, realistically 2 more seasons of real content. And unfortunately, this year is just kind of going to be marred by the gambling content. It doesn't look like we're going away from this style of content, this cerebral style Friday content every single week. So at the end of the day, I'll be locking in the set with MT at some point and hopefully getting something decent out of it. And if I don't, I don't. It is what it is at the end of the day. And, like, that is my team for you. So I don't know, man. I'm just at a point where it's just like the game is in a rough state, and there's not a ton that I can really do to change that. I wish there was more that would be done, but we're kind of, I mean, as a content creator for this game, kind of in a wait-and-see mode just to see what drastic changes happen this year, because it seems like there's going to be some sort of dramatic change between 2K24 and 2K25. Now, what that may be, obviously, I really have no idea. But, I mean, we'll find out, man. I don't know. It's okay. If hopefully there's things about tomorrow's content that excite y'all, but there's nothing really new that excites me. It's just hard for me to get excited about week after week of the same gambling content. It's a bunch of good cards, but like, I have a good team and I have a lot of good cards. And at the end of the day, I just my team has lost a lot of the people who loved their game. It's the honest truth, and I am 100% in that group. The only reason I realistically am still playing this game is because I'm a content creator. Because in all honesty, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that I personally would be playing this game in my free time if it wasn't my job. Now, I know many of y'all still do, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I hope y'all are able to find enjoyment out of it. And I try to find enjoyment out of myself at times, but it is frustrating to see what they've done to our favorite mode. And unfortunately, there's not a ton it feels like we as individuals can really do. But hopefully things change, man. Fingers crossed. And until they do, I'm going to keep hoping, or the game will just continue to die. It is what it is. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.